4.5 billion years ago, there was no sky, no oceans, no life, only chaos in space. A young planet burned in darkness, struck by meteors and wrapped in toxic clouds. Yet from this destruction, Earth would become the only living world we know. This is the story of how our planet, and life itself, was born. If you love history and the origins of everything, stay with me. The story begins in a giant cloud of gas and dust drifting through space, called the solar nebula. Gravity slowly pulled particles together, forming the sun at the center. Around it, smaller rocks collided again and again, growing larger over millions of years. One of these growing bodies became Earth. At first, Earth was a fiery ball of molten rock. Volcanoes erupted everywhere, the surface glowed red, and the air was filled with poisonous gases. There were no oceans, no forests, and no animals, only fire and stone. As Earth slowly cooled, rain began to fall, not for days, but for thousands of years. Endless storms filled deep basins, forming the first oceans. These ancient seas were boiling hot and filled with chemicals from volcanoes beneath the surface. The air above was still toxic and deadly to life as we know it. But this dangerous world was exactly what life needed to begin. Deep in the oceans, near underwater volcanic vents, heat and chemicals mixed together. Slowly, tiny living cells formed, the first life on Earth. Around 3.8 billion years ago, microscopic bacteria appeared. They were simple, but they could grow and reproduce. For over 1 billion years, life existed only in the oceans. Then some bacteria learned to use sunlight to make energy, a process called photosynthesis. This released oxygen into the air, slowly changing Earth's atmosphere. With oxygen in the sky, more complex life became possible. From a burning rock in space, Earth became a living planet. Every plant, animal, and human began from that first tiny spark of life.